Guys, so this is kind of, I feel like since I introduced this whole like Whole30 subject on my channel, I want to be like accountable and not just leave it hanging. And also, the main purpose of this channel is, well, again, a lot of it is just to be like accountable to myself, and stay like on top of things that I think are important. So, anywho, Whole30 in some, I am kind of quitting, but with good reason. So I did ultimately 3 weeks of it, but I did like 6 blocks at a time that were good. So I reset 3 times. And I, mostly because of like vacations and like I said, like poor planning. This week's reset was, particularly difficult, and why I decided like I need to like have like more of an amended Whole30 thing, which is more like a post Whole30 diet, not a real Whole30 diet. So the reason is I have like severe depression and anxiety. And this whole past year I was off my medication, and it was hell. Like, trust, like I just need my medication to like be like operating at like a normal like level where I can think rationally and like not immediately go to like panic mode, because I have panic attacks, etc., etc. So I have noticed like this summer, because I'm not going into like work and having to drive, etc., like some of my like phobic things were like coming back, and like I was having driving anxiety to like go down like a mile. And I know this might sound like TMI, but to me, like, I don't believe in TMI, I believe in like TLI, like too little information, because especially when it comes to like mental health, because I think that like when I search a lot online and I read like every book, but it's so like overwhelming. And I think like on the internet, like a lot of people, if they're like at a really bad place, they want to know like, okay, what do I need to do now? So I need to like, long story short, I finally got back into my psychiatrist, which that's a whole other tangent, to get my like my prescriptions refilled. I had not gotten back my prescriptions this year, because when I get back my prescriptions, the first couple days at least, like basically like you build up. So like you start at your like smallest dosage, and then you build up to your full dosage. And that whole time you have like horrible side effects. It's worth it in the long run, but like it makes you like very nauseous. So like the first day I will be like bedridden, etc. And like ain't nobody got time for that during like the work year. So I just kind of like decided this year to like function at kind of like tread water, make it through, but it was not a pleasant experience. So anyway, when I was trying to get back on my medication on Whole30, I noticed that my like side effects were like far worse. And I think it was because like I was having my medication you're supposed to eat with a meal, and the meals like just were not substantial enough to absorb like all the hormonal changes and chemicals that are like coming into your body, which I fully believe in. I'm pro medicine. I'm pro, being healthy as well. But anyway, I made the decision that like I need to have like one meal, the meal that I take with my medication, I need to have probably with like something more something more filling that will absorb the medication. So like I'm probably gonna have like pita bread and hummus once a day. Otherwise, like I'm sticking to the other Whole30 tenets, but obviously it's not Whole30, because Whole30 is supposed to be for nothing for 30 days. And I made this decision because ultimately, like, if your mental health is not okay, then like if I can't drive 10 miles or 5 miles or 3 miles in order to pick up groceries, then like what's the point of like you can't be on a Whole30 diet, like if you're like, unless I want to like live an agoraphobic life and like take on full-time YouTube with like 50 viewers. That's not gonna happen. So anyway, I made the executive decision to like but kind of a more mature decision to like keep a lot of the things that I learned from Whole30, like no caffeine, no alcohol, and only those like cheaty things once a day, while I take my medicine. And then get myself like back at my like fully medicated self, and then maybe like try again when I'm not like trying to like adjust its medication side effects. And I think that this would be supported by like, in fact, I know it would, by like the books that I read. Like they say, like if you have like a smoking addiction, then you should take care of that first. Like if you have a mental health issue, like take care of that first, and then you can tackle like basically like this kind of dramatic cleanse, more or less, diet. So that's what I'm gonna do. However, I did check my results, and I did lose 10 pounds with like an imperfect 3 weeks, but pretty close to perfect 3 weeks. So those are good results. I'm really happy I did it. But again, I'm not going to be fully doing it, and that's okay, because it's very important to put your mental health first. Cha-ching. So if you don't hear me talking about Health30, that's why. It's because I'm kind of putting it aside for now while I get more important things, like, you know, go down my agenda of like what's important. And my most important thing is to be like back fully on my medication before I begin the work year where I don't have time for like medication side effects, pretty much. So anyway, just wanted to update you, and I hope you're having a good day.